One thing about with whack, they don't like me because when I say something, it be real, and I'm going to show you the proof of it. I'm never going to let nothing come out my mouth that I don't have the proof. So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Listen. Cheetah. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Nightwood and that Batson. Big shout out to my SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Damn. Philly, boy. I don't know why. Since we've been part of Operation Umar Must Be Stopped, it seems like Philly just stay popping up. All up and down my timeline. I click on something, Philly this, Philly that. Well, here is two people from Philly that I'm sure Philly is not proud of, man. This story is sad. Rest in peace to the baby. Yeah. How can you do this to any child, but especially a child of your own? But with no further ado, let's see what these two evils have been up to.
The story you are about to hear is true and is intended only for informational purposes. Some of the names, locations, and other details have been changed or omitted in efforts to protect the innocent. Today's story is about Philadelphia convicted murderers Marcus Kimg and Nadera Batson. According to court documents, the biological mother of the 3-year-old deceased child in this case allowed 22-year-old Nadera Batson to take him in during March of 2011 because she and her other children were moving into a homeless shelter. Later, the mother and Miss Batson fought over Miss Batson's attempt to gain legal custody of the child. The mother last spoke with her son during May of 2011 and did not see him again until his hospitalization at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Marcus Kimg, Miss Batson's 6'8", 225-pound boyfriend and co-defendant, testified that they had started dating on December 7, 2009 and moved in together shortly thereafter. He met the child's mother during that time through Miss Batson. The child was Miss Batson's godson, and for a time Miss Batson and Mr. Kimg lived with the mother and her children. In January of 2011, when Miss Batson and Mr. Kimg had moved to a rooming house on Chestnut Street in West Philadelphia, the child moved in with them. At that time and up until his death, the
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
3-year-old child, who weighed only 32 pounds and had a limited vocabulary of approximately 10 to 30 words, called everyone, including Mr. Kimg and Miss Batson, Mom. Mr. Kimg also testified that during the months when the mother resided with him and Miss Batson, he would punch and kick the child even though he was a 6'8", 225-pound man.
That's a big muff. 6'8". Big payback with 6'8". That's NBA height.
He also testified that he saw Miss Batson strike the child almost daily, using her hands, a belt, a brush, and a shoe. Miss Batson would do this in response to the child touching things that he wasn't supposed to touch. The child was not potty trained when he came to live with Miss Batson, and she would beat him in order to punish him for not using the potty. Miss Batson would also instruct the child to keep his hands down to
that picture right there, she looked like an evil, abusive piece of shit, funky, nasty, dirty bitch.
Prevent him from protecting himself from her blows. On a few occasions, Mr. Kimg intervened to stop the beatings, which he thought were excessive. Mr. Kimg noticed burns on the child's feet and purchased burn cream and gauze to treat him. Mr. Kimg and Miss Batson discussed taking him to the hospital for his foot burns, but were afraid that they might be arrested if they did so. 1 or 2 months later, when the child didn't make it to his potty and defecated on the floor, Miss Batson burned his butt with a blowtorch that Mr. Kimg had brought home from his job. Mr. Kimg then grabbed the child and took him to the bathroom and ran cold water over his butt. When he ran the water on the child, layers of the child's skin came off in the water. Mr. Kimg put burn cream and gauze on the child's wound. On June 28, 2011, the night before the child was taken to the children's hospital, the child had trouble getting to sleep and kept getting out of his bed. Therefore, Miss Batson beat him and then he went to sleep.
Yes. Oh, I hope they do something dirty to you when you get where you got where you was going. Could have been cute if you had the right spirit and took good care of yourself.
A neighbor who lived in Mr. King and Miss Batson's rooming house when the child was under their care testified that the building had shared bathroom and kitchen areas and that he resided in the room next door to theirs. The neighbor said that on several occasions he heard Miss Batson refer to the child as little motherfucker or this little nigga. In the weeks before the child's death, there were several
I know that sound. Let's just time out on the sadness. That sounded funny as fuck. All right, back to the shit. Yeah.
day incident, during which he would hear loud music from Miss Batson's room and then underneath the music what sounded like lashes and yelling and crying. The neighbor also testified that he heard Miss Batson say movie or hands up a bunch of times as well as stop crying, shut up and sit still. These incidents would occur approximately 4 times a week and lasted for approximately 1 hour each. At one point the neighbor's girlfriend was with him in his room during one of the incidents of loud music, screaming, crying and the sound of lashes, and she was upset by it. At her request, the neighbor went to Mr. King and Miss Batson's room and knocked on their door. When Miss Batson answered the door, the neighbor told her it had been going on for a while and she responded that she would turn the music off, and that seemed to end that particular incident. On another similar occasion, the neighbor's door was cracked and he saw Miss Batson and the child walking to the bathroom, and he heard Miss Batson say on her cell phone, "This little motherfucker shitting the bed." The neighbor was troubled
That's funny as a motherfucker.
by what he heard, and he looked on the Department of Human Services website to figure out how to make an anonymous tip about what he suspected was child abuse. The neighbor also sent a text message to his landlord in hopes that he would intervene and stop the beatings. He wrote, "I ain't trying to get involved in other people's matters, but this woman beats her kid non-stop for hours. She just don't seem healthy to me." On June 29th, 2011, at approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, a lieutenant from the Philadelphia Fire Department was assigned to respond to an emergency call that a child had fallen down a flight of stairs at a home on Chestnut Street in West Philadelphia. When the fire lieutenant arrived, he went to Miss Batson's room on the 4th floor of the building, where he saw the 3-year-old child dressed only in a diaper who had no vital signs and appeared to be deceased. The lieutenant spoke with Miss Batson, and she told him that she had seen the child fall down the stairs, stand up, and then slump against the wall. The lieutenant saw that the child had multiple dark markings on his torso and arms. A Philadelphia police officer from the Special Victims Unit took a statement from Miss Batson on June 29, 2011, in which Miss Batson told her that the child had injured himself by falling down a flight of stairs and that he burned his feet by stepping into hot bath water. A trauma nurse practitioner at the Children's Hospital gave expert testimony as to her treatment of the child while in the emergency room. Initially, she noticed there were multiple bruises and cuts and skin marks all over his face and body. She also took pictures of his body, including detailed photographs of his numerous wounds as a part of her compilation of his medical record. She noted that his wounds were at various stages of healing, some were scars and some were open wounds or bruises. She also stated that the child's body was very lean, and his abdomen was swollen and bloated, and he
They could skip hell. Or they could skip jail to cell and send them directly to hell.
had several injuries which were partially healed, where it appeared that he was missing small pieces of skin. The nurse observed a burn on the child's buttocks and estimated that it was a week old. The nurse determined that it was likely caused by exposure to flame. Miss Batson explained that he had burned his butt by sitting on a hot blowtorch. When the nurse asked if she meant a lighter, she again insisted that it was a blowtorch.
What the was a hot blowtorch doing anywhere around his child to where he could sit on it? It was hot. So, I mean, you used it recently. This is crazy, bro.
On the top of the child's feet, the nurse observed healed second-degree burns, which were caused by Miss Batson pouring a boiling hot liquid on the child's feet, causing so much swelling that he couldn't wear shoes. An associate medical examiner gave expert testimony regarding the x-rays and the autopsy that he performed on the child. He noted several U-shaped scars on the child's body and a potential healing fracture in the child's lower left arm. The healing fracture to the child's left arm was consistent with the child reaching out to stop himself from a fall. The associate medical examiner also described linear pattern scarring on the child's legs and left arm, which is consistent with scraping the metal teeth of a comb that was found in Mr. King and Miss Batson's residence. The associate medical examiner also found the injury to the child's pancreas was not consistent with a fall down the stairs, but was consistent with another person hitting the child in the stomach area with force similar to that of a car crash. The associate medical examiner determined that the cause of the child's death was blunt impact trauma and the manner of death was homicide. After obtaining a warrant, a Philadelphia police detective recovered several items from Mr. King and Miss Batson's home. These included a comb, a mop, lighters, and a blowtorch. Miss Batson's defense team presented the testimony of some of her family members. They testified that Miss Batson had a reputation for being peaceful and non-violent. Miss Batson's mother also testified for the defense. She testified that she had seen Miss Batson care for the child but had never seen her mistreat him. In conclusion, on July 15th, 2011, Nadera Batson was arrested and charged with murder, conspiracy, possession of an instrument of crime, reckless endangerment of another person, and endangering the welfare of a child. On August 6, 2013, Miss Batson appeared in court where she elected to have a jury trial. On August 12, 2013, the jury returned a guilty verdict for her charges. On December 18, 2013, after reviewing the pre-sentence report and the mental health report, Miss Batson was sentenced to 28.5 to 57 years in a Pennsylvania state correctional.
Should have got her 57 to 128. So y'all Pennsylvania correctional ladies.
Institution. On July 15, 2011, Marcus King was arrested and charged with murder and endangering the welfare of a child. On October 2, 2013, Marcus King took a plea deal and was sentenced to 10 to 20 years in a Pennsylvania state correctional institution. The story you just heard was true and is intended only for informational purposes. Some of the names, locations, and other details have been changed or omitted in efforts to protect the innocent.
RJ on the beat.
Usually the crew won't move through the eulogy. You'll be plotting, popping, you a G. Who shooting, who driving, you and me. EC, keep that between you and me. That was folks, not least 2 or 3. Streets talk, just watch, you will see. on the set. Never charge you a fee, and unless you agree, you a ye. Never been scared, never been phony. Every enemy in the area know me. Everywhere I go, I carry it on me. Cemetery ceremony, buried at home. Blue chucks, obituary struck up. Hope the preacher hurry up and shut the fuck up. View the murder victim, single file line. Violent vengeance, only thing on my mind. Murder.
I don't know. I don't know. Please tell me why they had to kill him. I don't know. But this is murder in my city. Murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in my city. Yeah.
Snakewood and that Batson. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
It was SPR, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPR, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Neighborhood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Neighborhood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crib.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my
continue.
competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!
That video on your screen right there was picked just for you, not by myself, but the folks at YouTube. They know what you watch. They know what you like. So go on and click it and enjoy it tonight or today or tomorrow. I didn't know. I was just trying to rhyme. Jeet it.